Xiaomi's latest flagship series, the Xiaomi 17, has arrived with a bang, and it's impossible to ignore the elephant in the room. Is Xiaomi boldly innovating or simply playing catch-up with Apple? Critics might argue the latter, pointing to the uncanny similarities in Xiaomi's launch event to Apple's signature style. Fans, however, see it as Xiaomi stepping into the ring, ready to challenge Apple on its own turf. Either way, the Chinese tech giant's new lineup, complete with secondary screens and massive batteries, is turning heads and sparking debates. Let's dive into the details, starting with the naming strategy. Xiaomi skipped straight from the 15 series to the 17, a move that's not entirely unprecedented among Chinese brands. Think OnePlus jumping from 13 to 15 to avoid the number 4. But Xiaomi's reasoning is refreshingly straightforward. They're aligning with Apple's numbering system. Is this a clever marketing tactic or a sign of something deeper? It's hard not to wonder. The lineup itself feels eerily familiar. The Xiaomi 17, 17 Pro, and 17 Pro Max. And just in case the parallels weren't clear, Xiaomi CEO Lei Jun repeatedly invoked Apple's iPhones during the Beijing launch, boldly claiming superiority in battery life, performance, and photography. But here's where it gets controversial. Is Xiaomi's confidence warranted, or is this just tech world posturing? In Xiaomi's defense, the hardware itself isn't a carbon copy of Apple's designs. The standout feature? A secondary screen on the back of the Pro models, a concept we've seen before, but never quite like this. Positioned where the camera plateau sits on iPhones, this screen mimics the functionality of flip phone cover displays, offering selfie viewfinders, music controls, and interactive widgets. And this is the part most people miss. Xiaomi even unveiled a Game Boy-inspired case that turns the phone's back into a portable gaming console. Talk about versatility. Beyond the secondary screen, the Pro and Pro Max share impressive specs. The Pro boasts a 6.3-inch display and weighs just 192 grams, while the Pro Max steps up with a 6.9-inch screen and a heftier 231 grams frame. Xiaomi was quick to highlight that the Pro Max is both thinner and lighter than Apple's 17 Pro Max, with a supposedly tougher display, demonstrated in a promo video featuring a figure skater gliding across the screen. Don't try this at home, folks. Both Pro models are powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset, announced just a day before the launch. Battery life is where Xiaomi truly flexes. 6,300 mAh in the Pro and a whopping 7,500 mAh in the Pro Max, with 100-watt wired and 50-watt wireless charging. Cameras? 3 50-megapixel shooters on each, with the Pro Max edging out in low-light performance thanks to a larger sensor and faster aperture. The standard Xiaomi 17 might not grab as many headlines, but it's no slouch. It shares the 6.3-inch display, Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset, and 50-megapixel triple camera setup of its Pro sibling. The real surprise, it packs a larger 7,000 mAh battery than the Pro, a fact Xiaomi gleefully demonstrated by outlasting an iPhone 17 in a video playback test, even with a MagSafe battery attached to the iPhone. Will this translate to real-world dominance? Only time will tell. All 3 models are now available for pre-order in China, with a full release on September 27th. Prices start at 4,499 yen, $630 for the 17, 4,999 yen, $700 for the Pro, and 5,999 yen, $840 for the Pro Max. Global release plans are still under wraps, but a European launch is likely in the spring, possibly alongside the Xiaomi 17 Ultra at MWC. Here's the burning question. Is Xiaomi's 17 series a genuine game-changer, or is it riding Apple's coattails? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We're eager to hear your take on this tech showdown.